Alright, waste not. So we got a new video here. We're doing some more ranked. Waste not. Mono black waste not. So without information, I keep this hand. It has a little bit of removal, Valky for a quick check, and we immediately get the rest. So mono black doesn't necessarily give anything away at this point, so I think we can play slow. It's probably Rakdos Demons, but then waste not just gives the game away. So I'm going to throw down the Valky, do a hand check. We'll take the Shieldred. They don't actually have removal right now, which is interesting. So they drop a Treacherous Blessing, draw 3 cards. It's an interesting, cool inclusion. Right, we'll shock this in, drop the Biotech Specialist. Until they can get rid of that Treacherous Blessing, we can do a lot of damage here. Double Demolition Field. And there's the Fortsies, so we're going to lose our Cosmic Rebirth. But that's quite painful for them, because they take 3 damage here. They do draw a card though, which is pretty good. Go blank, so we're going to lose our graveyard, so we'll get rid of more lands. They're going to add a bunch of mana. Go blank with Cling to Dust is an interesting choice. They actually end up exiling their own card. Oh, so this is pretty good. So let's play a second Biotech, because we don't want anything in our hand to discard. We actually have lethal here if they don't take action. So they go for the Deadly Cover-Up, so yeah, good count on their part. Let's hit them twice, put them down to 6. They're going to go down to 5 with the loss of that. They don't collect evidence. There's a Vanishing Verse. Let's just grab this Yorion and pass back. They could go for the Shieldred here. So we'll Vanishing Verse that before they get any triggers off from it. They go for Fortsies, so we're going to yeah, we Vanishing Verse. They go down to 1 here. They can't cast a spell now. If they cast a spell, they die. So they're going to need something like a way to gain life incidentally, which I don't know if this deck actually has. Hive the Eye Tyrant puts us down to 15. We'll cycle. They're going to add some black in the end step, but they don't have anything to do. Biotech's going to win it for us. So we play the Biotech and they just concede, because we're going to kill them with land tokens. Right. So we need a few counters here, and we definitely want the Back to Nature, because their engine is their waste not. It's the Parity Breaker. What I mean by the Parity Breaker is discard works on the function of you're discarding a card, but I'm spending a card to make you discard. So the break is usually the Castle Lockrane and the Waste Not to just get insane value from it. Alright, so we'll shock down here. We can't actually play the No More Lies here, but we just top decked the perfect counterspell there. So let's counter the Liliana. Let's play another land here. I don't want to Unmoored go into anything, so we'll hold on to this. There's a Shieldred, we'll counter that, so they say no to that. Right, play a land. Tapped. Let's get the Cornucopia down. Excuse me. Swallowed my own tongue. We top deck a Niv Mizzet, so that's like the perfect counter to their deck.
Reload!
We restock up 4 cards here, go back to a full 7. They can probably force us a lot to discard. I'm gonna assume, oh, there's an Aclazot and a land tapped. Alright, so let's shock in. I'm going to bring to light here, and based on the interactions here, I think our best bet is to go with the Valky and do the Tibalt trick. So we get Tribalt down, and we'll just take care of the Aclazot. Then we can get him for 6. They're down to 10. We have lethal damage next turn if they don't kill Niv Mizzet. Blood on the Snow, so we'll Dovin's veto that, and they'll concede. Good games. We got lucky draws there. Alright, so this is a Tribal Zombies deck I wanted to show off. It's pretty fun. So we keep a relatively slow hand, but we do have some interaction removal. Champion of the Parish with nice art. Relentless Dead, so this is pure zombie tribal. So let's shock in. Let's Helix the champion before it gets too big for us to deal with. We can go into a Rakshas's Bargain here. Lord of the Accursed. I forgot, genuinely, alright, we'll drop Joshua. I forgot how many zombie lords there actually are in the format here. Like you see here, there's a Champion of the Parish, a Crypt Breaker. They get in for free. So we'll drop the Biotech Visionary here, just to have more blockers. play our land and pass back. We need removal. They now have card advantage. So this is the standard tribal matchup where we basically got to make sure they don't have anything too crazy. There's a Liliana, untouched by death, who can kill our blocker and get in. So we can block. I'm going to block the free here. I've got to just make sure. I'm digging for a board wipe. So less damage. We don't find it, so we can go with the Rakshas's Bargain. Helixes and Cornucopias. Cornucopia doesn't keep us alive, unfortunately. So, because the Liliana's plus can actually drain us if they hit a zombie, which they do, we just end up dying here. Even if we take out the Lord here, we go up to 5 and still take a lethal. So, good aggro matchup. Right, so, Fatal Pushes in, Culling Ritual in, more of the board wipe in, slow counters out. They could have effects such as Cavern of Souls. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting deck. It's pure mono black zombie. Yeah, so currently I believe there is the Skeleton and Death Touch zombie. There's the Lord of the Accursed. And I believe there's another one if I remember correctly. This hand is so close, so I keep it on a rush because it's free removal spells. So, on our turn, we'll just Lightning Helix. I'm saving the pushes for anything big that might be harder to get rid of. There's a Rash Tormentor, so we'll pass back. They can return it. So we'll just push, kill it out of the way. They are probably going to have the mana to deal with it. They're probably going to take the Cornucopia, so we can't gain life. There's a Crypt Breaker, so we'll just play the Biotech Specialist, drop a land, Fatal Push. That is a very good card against us, the Thrashing Vine Whip. There's the Death Baron. So I'm going to play the Joshua here, and I should have cycled that land if I'm honest. So, now they can bring it back. They have a Grasp of Darkness, and they bring back the Razorkin with 2 1/1 counters and Death Touch. So we'll just put Yorion into hand, crack the Lander token. As I've said before, we just need more interaction here. We did draw a lot of removal, but they just top-decked so good. We should have blocked there. I don't know why I didn't block. Why did I not block there? This is a shame of running these matches, yeah. That probably cost me the game. It could have bought me another turn, maybe, to buy some time. So we're just going to get another land here and just buy as much time as possible. Soul Shatter, the biggest creature. Why did we not block the 6? Wait, what am I not seeing? Why? What was I doing? We died to this, so, yep, there's Lord of the Accursed. Good game. Yeah, cool deck. I don't know what was going on with my plays there. Alright, Izzet Phoenix / Creativity. This hand is pretty slow, but obviously I didn't know what I was up against, so I kept it. Oh, it's Izzet Prowess, sorry. Yeah, Izzet Prowess. So, they're plussing up their Monastery Mentor. There's a second Mentor. Okay, so we're going to have to take some damage here to shock in and take out the Monastery Mentor. We need to get this Ancient Cornucopia online ASAP. They opt. And there's the Steel Cutter. So that's going to get ridiculous if we don't get quick. And we're drawing our 5-drops, which is interesting. I also love that Arena technically gave us a 6-drop with the Rakshas's Bargain. The Bargain is cool, but it hasn't impressed me as much as it did when it was in a Beanstalk shell. So probably going to see that cut. I'm looking forward to trying with some of the Spider Omen Man Path cards that are coming soon. They don't have a second spell, which is interesting, so they have to equip to that. So let's shock that. Play that tap, sorry. So we're going to hold up the Vanishing Verse here, see what they do on their turn. They are going for the big treasure cruise. So in response, I'm going to Vanishing Verse the Steel Cutter, because there's a very good possibility they will draw a land and a cantrip. They do not, so we only get hit for 2 here, so we're surviving on that. Play the land tapped. I think we need to go for a reload and gain 5 life. Reload! Vraska, another Bring to Light, and a Cosmic Rebirth. And opponent concedes. They struggled with timing there. Now, this is where sideboarding comes in. So, Deafening Silence cripples this deck as well as Phoenix. So that's why I run 4 of them. And for anyone who doubts the power of this card, you should consider this as a sideboard card. It is cheap, easy, good to get on turn 1, and can crush a lot of decks. Just watch this game and see what I'm on about. So, double Deafening Silence. We can Deafening Silence on turn 1 and 2 here. So, opponents opens with a Storm Chaser's Talent. We will play a Deafening Silence. So now they can only cast a single spell a turn. They go for the Consider. Play the second land. We'll tap this and play a second Deafening Silence. So now an opponent concedes. We had the hate. Okay, we are following up here with Mono Black Demons. Mono Black Demons, we started this recording a bit late. Mono Black Demons, so it's given away by the Gifted Eve of Born. It could potentially be a Rakdos deck, but the continued amount of red, black makes me pretty sure this is Demons. So they get in, putting us down with a Gifted Eve of Born. Play a Graveyard Trespasser with no targets. Let's shock in here and just run out the Bring to Light immediately. We got to get an early reload in to get some cards. Gains us 5 life as well. Alright, so that puts us all the way up to 9 cards, so we'll discard 2 lands here. It's very probable they have removal here. So there's the Lily, down ticking from the Niv. And the Graveyard Trespasser will exile that, which is unfortunate. So we need to shock in and kill the Lily here. We'll get this Biotech in immediately, just bait out more removal from them. They go for the Duress here, so they've got to take the Bring to Light basically. Izzet Charm could attempt to counter, but they'd have to use their entire turn. They go for the Throat, so let's kill the Graveyard here. Discard the Izzet Charm. They are definitely aware that we have that Vanishing Verse, so they're clearly sandbagging this. Yeah, they definitely... There's no reason they wouldn't drop a Shieldred here, except for the fact they know we have the Vanishing Verse. So they're going to go with Double Blade of the Oni. We're going to Cosmic Rebirth back to Biotech, get another Lander token, gain 5 life. Yeah, keep an eye on this Cornucopia for this match, just to see how insane this is. So we'll blink our board here. Get another Lander token. They use the new card, Arch Enemy's Charm, which is an insane card in Mono Black. We're going to be forced to keep the pressure on here, so let's use these Lander tokens to pop and get some land out of the deck. We draw another Cornucopia, pretty good. We'll get in for 1 here because we're not blocking the Death Touch or the Menace. There's the Shieldred we were worried about. So let's crack these Lander tokens, get as much of our lands out as possible. So you'll notice our opponent, it's me just checking what we could draw here, because we need basically Bring to Light or Niv or one of our many board wipes. There's our 3rd Cornucopia, so we'll gain back 2 life here, stay on 17. So I'm just checking what we got. There's the Annex, and now they have the Mutavault. So they're going to swing in, we'll trade, well we won't trade, sorry, we will chump the Mutavault, go down to 6. We draw a Supreme Verdict, so we're going to run that out and gain 6 life. We are not dead, we are still pretty dead though, so they put us down to 8 here. We'll cycle this Triome, Rakshas's Bargain, gaining 9 life. We'll grab another Bargain and Joshua. I'm just going to pass here. We're on 17 life here. Even a full swing doesn't kill us because we can gain 9 more life here. Like, this is basically cockroach mode. We just cling to life no matter what our opponent throws at us. There's another Unholy Annex, so we are going to lose 4 every turn here. So we need Maelstrom Pulse, and we need it yesterday, because we haven't sideboarded yet, so grab that. Well, there's no Maelstrom Pulse, so... But we do have a Joshua to sort out some lands. We're going to lose 4 life, still on 16 though. So let's gain off Joshua, up to 22. Let's cycle away these 2 lands. We'll hold on to this to get more lands. The Arch Enemy's Charm to return Liliana and Shieldred. These charm cycles are ridiculous. Right, there's a Liliana. They're going to down tick to kill Joshua. Now if they activate the Mutavault here... Alright, so in response, we're going to kill Lily again and gain 6 life from the cornucopias to get Joshua back. We're going to have to just try and flip around some cards to stay alive. That's huge. That's 15 life here from a Cosmic Bring to Light. So, grab Reborn. We're going to reload, gain 15 life. Reload. Grab some more cards. We can hold up the Tyrant Scorn here for the Tyrant Scorn trick. I'm going to Bring to Light while we can here. And I'm actually going to grab the Valky because this puts another creature on the board they have to deal with. I'm going to plus, steal a card. Steal the land and a Lightning Helix. We're okay with that. Let's see what they do on their turn. Invoke Despair, of course. So in response, I'm going to return Niv Mizzet to my hand so I don't have to sack him. Gain 6 life. I'm still really tilted that Mono Black is getting all this enchantment destruction. It's so ridiculous. Right, there's Graveyard Trespasser. They can't activate their thing now. So in response, I'm actually going to use the Vanishing Verse on the Demon. So they're going to take 4 here. They are drawing a ton of cards, but we will be drawing a ton of cards as well. So let's reload again. Gain 15 more life. Reload! We'll take this Maelstrom Pulse here so we can kill off their card advantage. So let's Helix the Graveyard Trespasser so they have nothing. Get rid of the land. Maelstrom Pulse till the 2 rooms. So I consider my options here and I decide our best bet is Joshua and we'll just loop 2 creatures to draw another Biovisionary. They're like, have you heard about Biovisionary? You should play another Biovisionary. I'm going to let them do this here. They're going to take the Tyrant Scorn, I guess. No, they take Biovisionary. That feels like a mistake, like, unless they have another one. There's a Shieldred. Are they going to try and kill Niv again? Because I could just bounce him. We'll draw a card. Fort Seas Glitch. Okay. Well, we'll attack him for 6 here with Niv. And then I think we'll just flip the Joshua into the Phoenix. Does a bit of damage, buys us some time. Play another Biovisionary. Gain more life. We're now up to 58. We were clinging on for life and now we're up to 58. There's one of their fatal pushes. They gain 2 life themselves. There's a Tomb of Yawgmoth. We aren't going to block this, so we'll let that go through. This could be another Invoke Despair here. No, there's a Liliana the Veil. Let's cycle the land, see what we find. We find another land. We'll cycle the land again because we have enough mana to do what we need to do. There's a Helix. They down tick. I'm going to let Joshua die here because I'm pretty sure they're holding another removal spell. And anything they try to do here is going to put us in a bad spot. Right, let's just Helix another Liliana and gain 9 life again. Swing in. Hit him for 4. We can pass this, I think. Nah, let's cycle. We've got enough mana to do some crazy stuff. There's Vanishing Verse. So let's see what they do. We're going to put it, just waiting on them. They're fighting hard, but I think we got this if we can just Vanishing Verse on their turn to gain 6 life. 61 life here. 59 if we only had 10 more. Another Shieldred. Another Gifted Aetherborn. I'm going to crack the Lander token to just get another basic out of our deck, which is our last one. Okay. I'm going to swing in for 6. So, I'm going to Tyrant Scorn here, because if they have removal, the Normalize will protect Niv Mizzet. Going to gain 6. Replay Niv Mizzet. Reload! It's one of the reasons why I love Tyrant Scorn in this deck. Awesome. So, play Vraska. Then we can use the Molten Collapse to kill their Shieldred. Then pay the 1 with the Vraska. This is what I've wanted to do with the deck the whole time. We make a Shieldred the Apocalypse treasure that will now trigger every time they draw a card to lose 2 life. And they don't run artifact removal. So we clawed our way back into that one. And that was a grind fest of a game. So, mono black. So we take out one Biovisionary and bring in the Back to Nature. Unmoored Ego doesn't really have a target, so I put the Biovisionary back in. I'm umming and ahhing about this. I'm going to go down one Joshua. I'm pretty sure that between the Graveyard Trespasser and their their incidental Graveyard Hate. So, I'm going to spoil the end of this. This one, they do manage to win this game. Then they concede the entire match. And I do not understand why. Like, their deck is really good. And as we saw here, there's a Liliana down ticking. We're going to get hit for 2. Play land tapped. I played the wrong land here, so I don't have any of my things. So we're going to take another 2 here, down to 16. They play a Shieldred. Let's crack the Lander token to get a white, so we now have access to the Vanishing Verse, so we don't get hit with anything there. Then we draw the white, so we'll just pass it back. We need white and blue, actually, so we'll tick down on Lily. They activate their Mutavault, so they go in aggro, puts us down to 15. Play another land, and curse the amount of lands we've drawn. Our opponent activates Mutavault. They're going to bring in for 4. So let's Vanishing Verse the Gifted Aetherborn. In their end step, we'll just cycle this Jetmir's Garden to just try and find. There's a Niv. So let's shock in and go for a game reload. That's fine, they kill Niv, but we get our reload, so we find a few cards. We can use the Izzet Charm here, so maybe we'll be able to catch something. They're going to activate the Mutavault here, and I'll use the Izzet Charm to kill it. 2 mana land destruction, pretty good. Opponent goes for the Invoke Despair for full value. Alright, so let's... Here's my choice. I think my best bet is to play Joshua here and hold up a No More Lies, except I forget that we only had one white source, so that's me screwing up. There's Fortsies. I'm going to let that go. They take the Bring to Light. They go for the Ritual Chamber, so I'll No More Lies that, so they can't make their 6/6. Alright, I'm going to flip the Joshua because it's life gain. Play the land tapped, play the Vraska, swing in for 1. Okay. We go to our opponent. There's the Archenemy's Charm, and there's the Shieldred. So they go down to nothing, so it's top deck drawing for both of us. We'll grab the Yorion into hand. We'll attack in with the Death Toucher here, because then we can just pass back. Now, reason we're doing this, they're going to draw a card there, lose a life. I want to tap as much of this out as possible. I am going to block with the Biotech here, and then I'm going to return that to the hand. See if they want to replay it. They do, so we'll crack the Lander token here to do damage. We need a removal spell to steal this Shieldred. That's all we need. Then we draw another Vraska. So let's just play the Yorion here. Blink the Biotech. In reality, I should have swung in Vraska. I dropped damage there. In hindsight, yeah, I was off on this. They're going to draw. Keep their life totals the same. Draw again. Keep their life totals the same. They go for the Fortsies. Takes Vraska. They can't attack in. Let's pop the Lander token. Make sure there's nothing left. There is one more basic in the deck. We draw a card and we can't do it, so we're going to have to concede this matchup. And our opponent quits the whole match. I don't understand it. It's so weird. Finally, it is hammer time. Yes, I'm lame making that joke, but I do enjoy it. So, I keep this hand with no black mana because we have a Bring to Light and we have a Joshua to help us lead. They go into a Sigarda's Aid, which has me terrified because I'm very familiar with Hammer from playing with a friend in Modern who played the deck. So, I am quite terrified here, and I realize that we could just be destroyed. So all I've got to do is hope that they just don't have the hammer or the cloud to dig up the hammer. They don't appear to, so they're just taking their time. So we're going to use Joshua here. Loot away 2 Rakshas's bargains. We now find white mana, but we still need black. There's a Kemba the Endearing, so they can attach an equipment to it. Choose not to. Their Mox Amber is turned on, so they have 2 mana available. Right, I think our best bet here, we're going to have to just Bio Visionary and use that to get black mana. Alright, so they swing in. We're going to block Kemba and we'll block with Biotech. Their equipment has flash, so there's the Shadow Spear, and they can give what's it called? They can give a prowess trigger, so it was very obvious Joshua was dying if he went that way. Ooh, a Ganjo as well. Right, they've now used all of their stuff, so we know they don't have a hammer. Now the decision comes in. So we're on 11 here. So the decision is, can we fade a hammer hit here? And this is what I'm trying to consider. But ultimately I decide our best bet here is to just go with the Bring to Light. And I'm looking through all my options, and I'm trying to consider if it's best for Niv, but I think it is. So here's the deal. If they top deck the hammer, short of board wiping, we were still dead. So we go for the reload. We'll play this land tapped, and we'll just have to pray we miss a hammer here. They go for a Sheltered by Ghosts, which is terrifying. That puts us down to 2. So play this land. And this is where things get a little crazy. So I'm watching the black. We only have 1 black mana. So I'm trying to consider what our options are. So I'm going to Vanishing Verse here and take out the Sheltered by Ghosts now. Because if they draw something that's like game-endingly bad for us, we're in trouble. So that goes, which gives us back another Niv Mizzet trigger. We find another Bring to Light and No More Lies and another option. So now, I think our best bet is if we play the Biotech Specialist, like, we need as much blocking as possible. So there's the Lander token. And now we're going to have to discard down. So the Unmoored Ego could take the hammer here. But is that truly worth it at this point? It is a one-shot kill if it hits us. However, I think our best bet is to keep... yeah. We're past the point of worrying about it too much. So let's see what happens with their turn. If they swing in, they probably have the hammer. But they just go for the concession. And then, really sadly, they just fully quit out. Like, so... I'm going with the sideboarding options here of just lots of removal. They want to put a hammer on a cheap creature. So what you have to do is just, you have to have the early removal interaction. And then we go for the deck. And then we go in. And our opponent just sadly quits out. Which is a shame because it's really fun to play against Hammer Time.